Deep in the heart of Rajasthan, hidden behind the dunes and lost to time, stands Bhutia Mahal, a palace whispered about in fear. The villagers of nearby Keragar warn travellers never to venture near its gates after sunset, for it is said that the spirits of the past still roam its halls. Legend spoke of Maharaja Virendra Singh, the last ruler of the palace, who was betrayed and murdered by his own brother in a bid for the throne. Before his final breath, the Maharaja cursed the palace, vowing that no one who dared to claim it would ever live in peace. From that day on, Bhutia Mahal remained abandoned, its grand halls echoing with the whispers of the dead. One fateful night, a group of college friends from Jaipur, Aman, Ria, Varun, and Meera, decided to test the legend. Excited by the thrill of adventure, they ignored the warnings and set off towards the haunted palace. With nothing but flashlights and their phones, they pushed open the massive iron gates, which creaked as if protesting their arrival. Inside, the air was thick with dust, and the once majestic chandeliers hung broken. Portraits of long-forgotten kings stared down at them, their eyes seemingly following their every move. "Maybe this isn't such a good idea," Meera whispered, clutching Ria's arm. "Nonsense," Aman laughed, his voice echoing eerily. "Ghosts aren't real." Just then, a chilling wind rushed through the corridor, snuffing out their flashlights. Panic set in as the group scrambled to turn them back on, and that's when they heard it. A slow, deliberate tapping of footsteps from the grand staircase. The group froze. A shadowy figure stood at the top of the stairs, tall and draped in regal robes, its face obscured by darkness. "Who's there?" Varun stammered, his voice barely above a whisper. The figure took a step forward, and suddenly the palace was alive with whispers. Chandeliers swayed as if unseen hands were pushing them. A deep, guttural voice filled the air. "You should not have come." The friends screamed and ran towards the exit, but the doors slammed shut on their own. The air grew colder, and a ghostly laughter echoed through the palace. The walls seemed to close in, and the paintings of the kings now bore twisted, sinister smiles. Ria clutched her phone, trying to call for help, but the screen flickered and went dead. Suddenly, Aman gasped. His feet were not touching the ground. An invisible force lifted him into the air, choking him. His friends pulled at him desperately, but it was as if the palace itself had claimed him. "You must leave," but he stays. Terrified, Ria, Meera, and Varun scrambled for the window, breaking through the old glass and tumbling onto the cold ground outside. As they looked back, the palace was silent once more, the gates closed, Aman nowhere to be seen. The next morning, the villagers found the three survivors shaken and barely able to speak. They were taken to the local temple, where the priest listened to their story with solemn eyes. "Aman is lost to the curse of the Bhutia Mahal," he said. "No one who is taken ever returns. To this day the palace stands, untouched and abandoned. Some say that on full moon nights the echoes of laughter and whispers can still be heard. And if you listen closely, you might hear Aman calling out for help, forever trapped within the walls of the Bhutia Mahal. Would you dare to enter?"